There were people in the crowd that I had prayed with before dinners many times, and when I thanked God, I saw some of those people go to clap. But then noticed that, they'd be a bad thing on my resume, and then sit back on their hands. No, you stay in your zone, said Hollywood. McConaughey, Matthew A-lister from Hollywood Matthew McConaughey, took a stance against the dominant left-leaning narrative in the entertainment business, calling out the habit of many Hollywood liberals to condescend and denigrate the common people who support their preferred party while the spotlight was shining on them. The spotlight is on the clash of philosophies. McConaughey boldly called out his fellow industrialists' hypocrisy in refusing to be a mindless megaphone for what he dubbed wackadoodle leftism. His caustic political critique has taken the internet by storm. Let's get down to business. Details on this current debate: Matthew David McConaughey, a brilliant and hardworking American actor, rose to notoriety with his breakthrough part in the coming-of-age comedy The Last of the Mohicans. He achieved success while being dazed and confused. Before breaking out as a main player in the courtroom drama, he had a string of supporting parts. A Time to Kill renowned for his enthralling performances and Oscar-winning talent, McConaughey has become a revered figure in the entertainment world. Oh, guy, what has happened? Long time no see. McConaughey recently used his platform on Russell Brand's podcast, Under the Skin, to call out the fake superiority of some of his peers. With candid eloquence, he expressed his displeasure with how certain influential members of the industry insulted those who questioned the legitimacy of the recent election results, recognizing the class divisions within the entertainment industry. McConaughey shined light on Trump supporters' arrogant and patronizing attitudes. His unapologetic position generated heated conversations and exposed a side of the profession that is sometimes concealed from public view. Matthew accepts Russ's remark, "There's a lot of condemnation and criticism as what I'd call regular working folks. There's a kind of dismissiveness like, oh, they're stupid, they're voting for Brexit, they're voting for Trump, I dislike it," and dislike hearing it. McConaughey bravely brought out the industry's denial of President Trump's victory 4 years ago, but he didn't stop there. He emphasized the irony of how the same people who previously felt disregarded and unheard are now ridiculing Americans with mirror image reactions. He graciously explained that while elite celebrities rally everyone to vote, they do so with a catch. They insist that there is only one right way to vote, effectively dismissing the opinions of half the country. There is a lot on the illiberal left that absolutely condescends, patronizing and arrogant towards that other 50% delving deeper into the political landscape. Matthew didn't hold back in offering his viewpoint on the industry's current culture. With a combination of empathy and fury, he acknowledged the complicated forces that have molded the country's polarized views in his distinctive way. The Oscar-winning actor addressed the fundamental issues that have generated a climate of doubt and uncertainty, laying bare the problems faced by all sides of the political spectrum. Some of them were in complete denial. And now that Biden is our guy, you have the right to be in denial because their side has fake news. And I understand they've been fed fake news, and no one knows what the hell to believe. So they're putting down their last line of defense with an earnest call for unity and understanding. In a world where division appears to be more prevalent than ever, Matthew advises his audience to rise above the polarized narratives perpetuated by both political parties. Instead, he encourages them to focus on the genuine intentions behind each party's ideology and practice being organic in their thoughts. As Matthew embraces an open-minded approach in the political arena, he must brace himself for potential turbulence in his otherwise peaceful life. Although it is not a proven fact, it is no secret that powerful entities allegedly control the narrative fed to the general public advocating for unity and understanding. McConaughey disrupts the established quo and may face opposition from those who benefit from sustaining divisions. Fans believe McConaughey may face repercussions for his actions because he alluded to being blacklisted in his dialogue with Russ. Matthew appears to be committing the sin of having a slightly different perspective than the Uber-left elite. Much respect to Matthew for daring to consider a POV that might get him shunned. To add to that, McConaughey dares to shed light on the current state of the political battle, where the lines between right and wrong have blurred. With a poignant insight, he observes that regardless of the side you choose, the politicians seem to have lost sight of their original motives and principles. The two sides, the two vehicles on either side of the political aisle, are so far apart their tires aren't even on the pavement anymore. Trust me, it's free over here in the middle. There's plenty of room you might not know. But Matthew has long been known for his apolitical stance, as he has a history of avoiding questions about his partisan leanings and keeping his political views private. However, in a surprising turn of events, he recently hinted at a potential shift in his approach. In an interview with Hugh Hewitt on The Hugh Hewitt Show, McConaughey left the door open for a possible candidacy for Texas governor, saying that it would be up to the people rather than him. I would say that politics appears to be a broken business to me right now, and when politics redefines its purpose, I could be a hell of a lot more interested. After sparking speculation with his previous hint about a possible run for Texas governor, Matthew quickly quashed any speculations in a candid interview on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. When asked about the possibility of entering politics, the actor-turned-philanthropist firmly stated that he doesn't fully grasp the concept. He and his wife became involved. Wu Chen is assisting parents who have lost children in his hometown of Uvalde, Texas. He cares about them, and we need more people like him. Keisha Chante mulls on the ramifications of Matthew's unifying message. She shares her thoughts on the current state of the political landscape, and while she admires the actor's iconic approach to finding a middle ground in America's highly polarized political climate, she cautions that achieving such a middle ground may be more difficult than it appears with both sides of the political spectrum. Keisha appealed to the concept of togetherness. May face significant roadblocks from self-serving elites. Right now, two sides in politics are polarizing. They are the extreme opposites. You know, the country is split. Finding a common ground is difficult. In that sense, I agree. It's also clear that McConaughey's recent words have created quite a stir, and even inspired some attempts by claimed higher-ups to identify him as a communist activist. But such allegations face examination from his followers who support the actor's narrative. MAGA haters are attempting to portray Matthew McConaughey as some sort of communist activist, despite the fact that he is from South Texas and co-owns a ranch that provides canned deer hunts. I don't believe so, Lefty. He's just as bored of this R-15 as any normal person should be. And he's also thoughtful about America's prevalent beliefs. Matthew McConaughey laments the current state of our country, painting a vivid image of a society in which cheering for our adversary's misfortune exceeds the delight of our own accomplishment, spotlighting this antagonistic mentality. In a world full with inconsistencies, he understands the need for a more assertive and cohesive attitude. McConaughey's vision for the future is based on reaffirming common principles and pursuing common ground. We live in a country that shouts louder when our opponent misses a shot than when we hit one. Fans of The Way Forward agree with Matthew on this one. They feel that each party's media associates and manipulates information for their side, which plays a critical role in separating us as a nation. One of them stated, "We live in a society divided by polarized information sources. We will continue to have distinct interpretations of what is considered to be true as long as the news supports an agenda on either side. We sorely need independent, qualified, and funded journalists." I admire Matt's centrist attitude, We need to come together and listen to one another in order to move our society forward. Aside from that, McConaughey's memoir, Green Lights, has become a conversational must-read, loaded with intriguing anecdotes. Humorous jokes and profound knowledge, the book provides an inside glimpse into the charismatic actor's life and views, from his early hardships to his dazzling triumph. McConaughey's trip takes you on an emotional roller coaster that will make you laugh, weep, and feel profoundly connected as he relates his experiences. The core of the man behind the silver screen inspires and moves readers. That's all for now. Let us know what you think in the comments section below.